Welcome back.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me, girl.
Wait, you got to tell our viewers it's your anniversary?
Yes, definitely 1 year. Tomorrow makes 1 year of being on the Sparkle Show. Wait, come back again. I'm sorry. Year, yes.
I mean, we didn't know. The funny thing is we didn't plan that. I mean, this is how, like, chemistry and God, all that stuff just
God's
works.
timing.
I'm like,
yes, it's God's timing. Yes. I was looking through the phone. I'm like, wait a minute. I just texted you May 14th about being on your show. Like, can I have a redo? And here a year later,
I love
redo.
that. That is so awesome. And I love how everything changes in here. You know, you're telling me about the difference between last year and this year. I've had changes, and it's like, isn't that amazing how things change? And now, and yeah, you say you have like more confidence than last year, even though that you're amazing.
Well, I thank you first of all, let me say thank you for having me again for the second time. And it is amazing because last year I was nervous. I remember I had my cup of water right here. I was like, give me some water, but yes, I'm in a different space now. I'm mentally, physically, emotionally stronger. At that time, I was weak. I was fighting battles, but God placed me here because this is what I'm asking God for. I'm like, God, put me, because I want my own show. I want to do things too.
And you really blew up because when you were kind of starting off when I met you, and then now it's like
within a year, yes. God just works in mysterious ways. I just wanted 3 to 4 guest speakers on my podcast, and now I have about almost 300 women.
That is so incredible. Isn't that incredible when you think about it? Like,
yes, it's amazing. But that's what happens when you do what's right, and you ask God to bless you with things in life, He will give it to you. So just me getting myself together and focusing on myself and my kids and God, and He just blessed me, and I'm thankful.
300 women. That's incredible.
Yes.
Where do you find them?
I don't know. They just came. They just came.
You build it, they will come. You built it, they came.
You got to put it out there and put it in the atmosphere. You got to ask for what you want, and God will bring it to you. I just posted one day. I was laying in bed, and I posted on TikTok, and I woke up. I said 200 comments. I'm like, no way. And I closed it up again. Next thing you know, I was at 5,000 views, 6,000 views, 7,000
Wow, that's
so
really
it's
cool.
Almost at 11,000 views right now, and I have like almost 600 comments, and they're still coming. Like, can I come tell my story on your show? Because I have one of my guest speakers here for my podcast, her. She's here supporting me, and I thank her for coming. But
that's so cool. I love that.
It's just a blessing that I was able to reach that many people, and because it's what I want to do. It just happened.
And I love that you stuck with it. I think a lot of people try things and they don't stick with it, and that's why they never know. I think people want things to happen so fast, so easy. Yeah. And it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes you have to build. It takes a while to build and get the following and get people to really,
And this is not overnight. This is like, I started in 2022. It's going on 3 years, but I did have ups and downs, hiccups, because I wasn't really focusing on what needed to be done. I knew I needed to do this, but I was having my own battles and stuff that I was fighting, so I really didn't put my all into it. So within the last 90 days, I really put my all into it, and this all happened within 90 days.
That is really incredible.
Mm-hmm. Being consistent.
But and you said you're doing multiple, like, what do you do in a week? You said you've been doing a lot per week.
Well, this month of May, because since this all just happened, this all just happened. Like, when you message,
I love that.
I'm telling you, girl, when this happened, and you message me, that I've been getting so many opportunities that's coming. I'm like, okay, God, it's just everything is just blowing up in a matter of days. Every day, every single day, it's a new blessing coming through my phone. So that's why I say I thank you so much, because I didn't think you was going to have me come back on this show.
Well, no, and I kept seeing you in my face, and I was just like, whatever. Now people just post everything. Your content was good. It was always something new and something cool. And well, who's this doing that? I was like, this is cool content every day. I couldn't get away from it. I'm like, that means she needs to come back because this is good, and it's in my face, and I like it. I don't want to look away. I'm like, I like it. I want to see more in my face. That kind of good in your face. You know what I mean?
That just goes to show you never know who's watching. So whoever's out there, make sure you post the content. Do it. So right now, since I have all these women that want to be on my podcast, I'm doing a 30-day run. And so every day I'm dropping a new episode. Today is day...
Oh, my goodness. No, like I said, I've done something only one time. I know it's a big push. It's hard. So I don't...
So I'm on day 12. Today marks day 12. So 12 out of 30. So we're going to see where I'm at in 30 days. So
just making a post every day. Like, I have this thing where I'm going to make a post every day for a week. It's like... There's so much pressure. I can't imagine dropping this every day in a row. You have no days off.
No days. Well, I did take a day off, but I picked it up. So today, like I said, is day 12. So I have, excuse me, all my episodes are pre-recorded for the rest of this
Right.
week. So I already have them ready to, I already scheduled them. I'm doing this all by myself. You know, I don't have no help, so I'm just doing it. And I don't know what I'm doing, but, you know, God has just given me the instructions on how to handle this. So, and everything is flowing.
Okay, so tell everyone where they can see this show.
Huh?
Where they can listen.
Oh, okay. I just put myself on YouTube podcast.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I'm on YouTube podcast. I'm on iHeartRadio.
Good. That's actually where I want. I'm going to subscribe to the YouTube podcast.
Yeah, do it.
That's what I want. Okay.
Yeah, so let me start over. I'm on YouTube podcast. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on Spotify. Why are you looking like
I was like, you got to start over because there's so many things. Don't.
I'm on TikTok. I'm on Apple Radio. I'm on Amazon Music. I'm on all streaming platforms.
I love it. No, see, there are so many you can't even remember them all.
Yeah, I know.
I was like,
and it's getting bigger and bigger. Like bigger. I want to be like global. Like I want to be big. You know.
I think in no time. That is so amazing. And then you do this from your home, and then there's a call in. How does it even work? I really have no idea how podcasts.
Oh, you want to know
that.
the secret?
Well, I mean, whatever you don't mind saying. I'm not trying to burn the spot. But...
No, actually, so I live in the projects. I live in the projects, working on my projects, trying to make it out. So,
I love that you're working on your project in the projects.
Yeah, come on. I mean, where's the better way to work on your project? You know you're trying to make it out, you know? So, yeah. I just work from home. I have a little laptop. I don't have I used to have ring lights, all that, but I said I just need my laptop and my cell phone.
Okay.
And I call them and I have them on speaker. I should have did an interview right here in front of you.
Did it start more video-wise? Is that what you said you had ring lights? Like, why'd you have the ring lights?
That's when I first started. I just bought a whole bunch of equipment.
You said no, yeah.
And I said, I don't got time for all
We
this.
all go through that, right?
Yeah, so I'm like, you know, I got kids, so ring lights broken. I don't know what stuff like now.
God.
So, so I just set up my laptop. I have the software, and I call them on the phone. Hey, girl, how you doing? Like I would just say, I should have did an interview live right here. That would have been cool, huh? To show you how I do it.
Hey, I'll come by and I'll come across and watch it. I'm like, that'll be fun. I'll film a little behind the scenes.
So that way I can reach people all across the world because I have a lot of people from Texas. I mean, all across the state lines. I have people.
I love that.
And so I'd be like, girl, we just talking on the phone like it's your friend. Like you call me, hey, Sparkle, how you doing? You know, oh, I'm good. And we just go from there. And I say my podcast is not scripted. What you hear is what you're going to hear. You might hear my kids screaming, crying, you know, and no telling, but it's real. It's authentic. You know, we're just be yourself, you know.
Well, that's how we are here. We're not scripted. Even though you didn't ask me, what are you going to ask me? What are you going to ask me? Like, girl, you know it. Yeah. You do the same thing I do.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm like,
yes, that's so funny. I love it. It's going well.
So the main goal of this show is to help women.
It's to empower, uplift, motivate,
and
inspire. It's called I Am Her, You Are Me. Together is one we could be.
Yeah.
Because
and it started with a poem, right?
It just started.
I thought you wrote something and then
it started from when I was depressed. I was going through a hard breakup, a hard time, and I was just sitting at home and I was reading the Bible and I just read something and it just came to my mind. I said, I am her, you are me.
Right.
And I just started it. I didn't know what I just started it. God put it on my heart to start it. So, and it's just been going. And now that I'm starting to meet a lot of people and hear their stories, it's like, man, I am her, and she is me. We go through things, and if we stick together, we can uplift and inspire and motivate each other to reach our full potential and succeed, you know?
Isn't it weird how we have something in common with, like, everybody?
Yeah.
How you said, like, it's just...
So why not stick together and build and help each other? Like, we do the same thing.
And you said you wrote the products, you're here, and then you're talking to somebody, like, in Texas.
Yeah,
like,
I talked to people in Virginia. I have talked to someone. I actually did an episode with someone that was deaf, you know, that couldn't hear.
Really?
Yes. I was like, wait a minute, how is that going to happen? She called me on FaceTime, and I was actually speaking to her, and she was able to read my lips, and I was able to speak to do the interview. It was like my probably like day 5 or something. And I was like, God, how am I going to interview this lady, this woman, and she can't even, can't hear me? But, God just let me know you can do anything. And we talked on FaceTime, and she was able to understand me, and she was able to
Did she speak well, or did she have an interpreter?
No, she spoke well.
That is so cool.
That's what I said.
I love that.
Yeah, so we did it, and it was a phenomenal episode. Check it out, you guys. But that's how I was too. During it, I'm like, you can understand me? She was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, and it's not funny, but I
love that.
And so I'm over here trying to do sign language, and she was like, I understand you. I'm like, okay, But it was just like that let me know like. I'm doing what I'm called to do, and it just made me feel good. Like I gotta keep going, and I'm gonna keep going because I'm gonna keep going higher.
So what story, really, I don't know, what's one that really sticks out? I know they all do. I know everything's special, but what's something that really sticks out?
You're gonna have them mad at me if I pick one of them, because I love them all.
I know, but just something kind of 6 hours, something that was like you really identify with it, was kind of like, man, this is exactly what I went through.
Well, the episode hasn't dropped yet. It's gonna actually, by the time it was gonna drop on Thursday. It's this girl, she's in Texas, and her story is like mine. She has 2 boys like me. She's a single mom like me. Her son is 9, and her kids are 9 and 4, and mine are 8 and 3. And we went through a lot of the same battles and fights, and we had just a lot of things that we had. It was like read on. I wouldn't want to cry. I would get emotional, but it was just exactly my story. And I'm like, do you know my life? You work for the FBI? Like, how do you know all this stuff? She was like, no, it's my story. And but then also the deaf girl, the lady that was deaf, and she was able to come on my show. That let me know, like, wow, like there's no challenge or there's nothing that can come in my way to block what God has for me. So those are 2. I love all you guys. I love them all, you guys, but those 2 episodes are my top ones so far.
You do a lot like with relationships. A lot of women get wronged by men, and not to take away from men and their pain, but you get a lot of that, right? A lot of women that have gone through battles.
Yeah, I feel like most women, their problems do come from dealing with men and not knowing their self-worth, or, having to heal from trauma from dealing with men. And most of my stories do come from being sexually abused by their families or people like that. It's some stuff you will hear, you'll be like, what in the world? And I have to say to them, like, are you sure, this is recorded, are you sure you want me to release this so the world can hear? And it's kind of crazy, like, things people do go through and how it's hard. It's just a phenomenal how they even find me. Let me say this. How can I say this? It makes me feel good knowing that they find me as a safe place, although it's going to be broadcasted to the world. And it's like, wow. And they're so happy. They feel healed. I'm like, it just makes me feel good.
Well, everybody wants to be heard. So
yes, and
that's
I make them feel heard. And I said, no matter how big I go in life, I'm never going to forget where I started. And I want this to be where eventually the people that I did interview, come on, let's talk in person now. Let me fly you out. Let me get big to the point where I can come fly you out and show my respect to you in person. Because if it was not for these women that come on my platform to share their story with little old me, I wouldn't be where I am today. So it's just phenomenal, how I don't know, I'm just doing what God called me to do. And
I really believe it. I think that's so great. And, I was just having this conversation earlier today. We were talking about like incarcerated women. A lot of women have ended up being incarcerated because of a man and bad choices. And I mean, stuff like that. So do you get some of those stories too, where women have come out of being incarcerated?
Actually, I just had a story with Amanda Hall. She was, hey sis, yes, I'm going to tell your story. It's already out. She was looking at 15 years to life.
Why does that sound familiar to me? Why does the name sound familiar?
Well, she's not even familiar. She's from a whole nother state.
But what is that? What did she do?
No, she had got a charge because she was in a relationship with a man, and she was looking at some time. But, by the grace of God, she was able to walk away and have her baby and have a good life, So your man could be the reason that you fall down. Most of my stories, like you said, they do involve women involved with men to put themselves in harm. Yeah.
Wow, so that's got to be something when you hear about these things.
Well, when I hear them, with some stories, I'm like, okay. I can relate to most of them. Like 90% of my episodes I've had, I can relate to them because I've been through it. But I haven't been to jail before, so I don't know how that feels to go to jail, but I do show sympathy and empathy because I couldn't imagine,
But don't you feel good that you've gotten out some of your bad toxic relationships? Do you think they could have, if you would have stayed in, that could have led to that? Because that's a big thing. People don't realize that, like that, it could, you never know. You're either going to end up dead in prison, or that's how toxic relationships, you ended up in some bad, bankrupt, dead, or in prison. So, I mean.
That's true. You just have to, I'm so happy that I came to the point in life where I'm old enough to know, walk away. Because I've been to the point where you can be with somebody and you can be with them and helping them prosper. You can be making yourself, decline, not helping yourself evolve as a person. You can lose yourself. You can be in a situation so bad to where you don't even know who you are no more. And I've been there before and I don't want to go back. So that's why I'm here to uplift the women, to let them know that you are worthy, you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are fearfully, wonderfully made. You don't have to settle for nothing to feel like you're something. There's somebody out here that would treat you like the queen that you are. So don't settle. There's so much more. And that's what I'm here to do. Because I know how it feels to be somewhere just to get a little bit of love and affection. No, we don't want that. Because we deserve more than just a little conversation and little things to make us okay for that time being. You deserve somebody that's going to treat you like you're royal, like you're the queen that you are, you know? Yeah.
Doesn't that give you strength, knowing that you are strong, that you have walked away? I mean, I know in your lower points you felt low, but when you see some of these other stories, you're like, well, gosh, at least I did walk away at a certain point in time. You know what I mean? That's got to feel liberating and feel good for you.
Yeah, it does make me feel good, but it also makes me feel good that God put me in a position to where I can help them get out of that situation. I can't tell you what to do, but I can advise you on what you should do, but it's up to you to do it, you know?
So you might have been the reason a lot of people walked away when they listened to you.
I can't take the credit, maybe, you know, but
that's got to be really powerful. To know that, yeah. To know that, you know what I mean?
Well, I have a lot of people that always, because I give them my personal number, you know. I talk to them because I want us to be connected.
Right.
I get a message every day from somebody saying I changed their life. Or somebody just saying I inspire them or I uplift them.
It's true, though. And it's like, it is really good that sometimes the littlest things, you're like, well, I'm just here and I'm just doing this. But that's all you need to do is be that voice, that listen, be the ear that listen, be the voice that put it out there and be, you know, just that small step.
Somebody has to do
and
it.
it's so awesome that you took it up. I love that you're still doing it and that you've prospered. I love that. I think too many people give up and have great ideas and they just give up. But
I'm happy I didn't give up, because if I would have gave up, I wouldn't be standing here today, proud, strong, and the amazing woman that I am. So I'm happy that I got past all the things that try to set me back and put God first, and now I'm taking off, and no telling what's going to happen when I leave here.
Oh my gosh. Doesn't that happen when you're on the brink of success, though? You're at that point where it's like you're either not going to do it or you're going to go all the way, and I'm so glad you went all the way.
I'm all in. You know, I cannot afford to lose no more. I done lost too many times. So now it's time to keep going up the ladder. Time to keep prospering.
I know you have this big social media boom. I think you were talking about it the other day, and I felt like, shoot, I don't even know what any of this means. I was going to tell you, I'm like, I don't know. How do I do all these things? So tell us about that, about the social media boom that you want to do.
I just like to network with people. God gave me the gift to be a gift for grab, I guess. Like whoever I want to do, whoever I want to talk to, I can get a hold of them. You know, like, I just have good people that I know, you know.
But you said you were trying to, like, get a boom to, like, grow even more,
I want to get bigger. Yeah.
So, because you have grown in such a small time.
I'm going to get bigger and bigger and better and better.
I can't wait. I was like, you told me the numbers. I'm like, well, that's so impressive. I'm just very, like, I've grown everything really organically and small.
No,
so I'm
organic. This is straight me. This is all me, no team, no nothing. So imagine what happened when I have a team behind me.
That's so true.
That's all I'm waiting for.
Once you could do everything yourself and then you get the right people, it's so amazing, right?
I'm just waiting for God to align me with the right people that sees my vision and want to help me get up help me be the star that I am.
And you brought great ladies here today. So,
yes, and I thank you guys so much for coming. Love you guys too, but I'm just waiting to see. He placed these wonderful people in my life to come and just take photos for me, you know? So I've been asking God for that, like, send me the team. Send me the people that see my vision, that believe in what I want to do, because I just need y'all. I know what to do, but I just need people.
It so helps when you have help. I mean, we all know what to do, but it's just like just having that team, it really helps.
But I thank you, though, because I always wanted to be in this type of setting. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even know what it was like. And you're the second time again, so I know third time is going to be greater.
Well, we better do it in May since that's our anniversary.
Yeah.
Better make sure our anniversary.
And then you're amazing too. You're great. You're phenomenal.
Thank you so much for coming on my show today.
And I thank you for having me. And yes, it's a blessing.